Thank you, Ohio. When you love this country, you fight for the people who make it work. And today, the hardworking women and men of Ohio voted to continue our fight together for 6 more years. You all showed the country that progressives can win, and win decisively in the heartland. And you showed the country by putting people first and by honoring the dignity of work. We carry a state that Donald Trump won by almost double digits. And you showed how we do it, and you showed that we did it without compromising on women's rights or civil rights or LGBT rights. And you showed we could do it without caving in to Wall Street or the drug companies or the gun lobby. Now, as progressives, we know a number of things. We know how to get things done, and we know how to bend the arc of history towards justice. As progressives, we know you build the economy from the middle out by putting people first, by rewarding their work, and not by cutting taxes for the rich. And we as progressives celebrate the dignity of all work. Let me quote from one of our great moral leaders of the 20th century, Dr. Martin Luther King, who, as we know, was martyred in Memphis while advocating for sanitation workers. Dr. King said, "If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep streets even as Michelangelo painted, as Shakespeare wrote poetry, as Beethoven composed music. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, 'Here lived a street sweeper who did his job so well.'" When we fight for workers, we fight for all people, whether you punch a clock or swipe a badge. Whether you work for tips or you work for a salary, whether you're raising children or you're taking care of an aging parent. And as we celebrate the dignity of work, we unify, we will not divide. Populists are not racists. Populists are not anti-Semitic. We do not appeal to some by pushing others down. We do not lie, we do not engage in hate speech, and we do not rip children from their families at the border. This is our America. We will never yield the hallowed ground of patriotism to extremists. Say it again. We will never yield the hallowed ground of patriotism to the extremists at the State House and in the White House. We love this country. We fight for the people who make it work, and we will, thanks to all of you, continue that fight for 6 more years. Now, I want to talk about our family on stage with me this evening, as you've been noticing. Connie Schultz. Connie showed toughness and grace and courage in the face of one of the most vitriolic campaigns in Ohio history. Every day I watch her and our family, and I see her fulfilling the Margaret Mead truism that says wisdom and knowledge and kindness are passed from grandparent to grandchild. For that and so much more, I love you, honey. Our daughters, public servants, all, Emily, Elizabeth, Caitlin, You inspire me as mothers. You could inspire me as daughters and wives and activists. Thank you. Thank you. My brothers Bob and Charlie, and sisters-in-law Ann and Catherine, who always step up in so many ways to help their little brother. Bob, and wherever you are, Bob and Charlie. Thank you. Our sons-in-law and our 6 grandchildren, all born during my 2nd term in the Senate, as you can see their age. And our grandson, one grandson and his parents who couldn't be here tonight. Justin Boraski and an amazing campaign staff.